We are going on a mission in the rain to get something fun for the studio, and I'm so excited! Now we have to get that inside and upstairs, but it's a little heavy. Oh, these are hard to cut. Oh, wait. Ay, ay, ay. I wasn't expecting all this. Look, this is like a brick. It's so pretty. Wait, this way? I have the wheels. Okay, wheels. This sunshine is beautiful. I need to keep doing my drawers with my stuff from here. Part of me doesn't want to mess up the new space, so I'm doing it slowly in case there's things that I can get rid of, so that once I'm all done, I have only my favorite things. There is nothing more satisfying to me than having these organized, lovely drawers. This is painting related materials. Canvas paper, lots of palette paper. Auto sketch paper, watercolors, painting box, charcoal and Conte. Rusty Fiskars kit, safety glasses. It is a new day, a new week. I just got back from driving around and doing some things, and before I can start painting, I want to replace this old half of a bookshelf with my Alex drawers, because most of the things I keep by my computer are stuff that's small anyways. And the top one will be notepads that I use frequently. I actually really like how that looks. It's a nice little tabletop of things that I enjoy. My books are down here for now. Everyday notebooks, electronics, art books that I reference, panels, old artwork, and storage. Trying to finish my coffee so I can get to work. I had a plan to do one thing on the painting, but now that I'm right next to it, I just want to make the biggest difference that I can and block in this bottom area. I'm also just having fun looking out the window. I love when the sun comes out. New leaf. Mr. Banana, you're doing great. Even this guy has a new leaf too. Happy plants, happy Maria.
This old habit's got a hold on me, won't let go of me. This old habit's got a grip on me, won't set me free, won't leave me be. I can't shake it, I can't break it, I can't get away from you, you pull me in.
I think this does a good job of averaging out the colors and values in the bottom section. The reference may look warmer, but I'll bring that in with layers on top. Concrete is kind of weird. Lots of different little shadows and reflections going on. I'm trying out a new routine, and I just ate breakfast a little before 10. Now I'll go for a walk to kind of fight off any sleepiness, and then I'll come back in here and do another 2-hour session of painting. I don't know, we're just testing things out. Fall is difficult for me to adjust to a little bit, so I make that extra effort to have things go well. It's helpful.
You're sweet alone, it is too much for me. You got me on my knees. I know I should just walk away, but your hold on me won't give away. I can't shake it, I can't break it, I can't get away from you, you pull me in. I can't shake it, I can't break it, I can't get away from you, you pull me in. I can't shake it, I can't break it, I can't get away from you, you pull me in. I can't shake it, I can't break it, I can't get away from you, you pull me in, you pull me in, you pull me in, you pull me in, you pull me
After finishing the first layer of color on the skin area, it made sense to start with clothing. Very light. My whole goal this week is to just get that first pass on everything. Now I'm gonna go through the objects on the counter. A lot of these are clear, so they're very subtle. I'm going to try clarify some of those values and shapes in this corner. I'm not painting today. I am going to work. First, we're picking up oil. So at the end of last week, I spent a day outside of the studio, but now I am back cleaning up this plant and continuing to fill things in as I go through this next layer. I'm trying not to bring anything all the way up to its final resolution because I want to find areas where those marks and a little bit of looseness can show through. So most of the plant now is colored so that I could go through and kind of pinpoint where things are. Pretty satisfied with that. Got a lot done today, starting to build up texture, details, and color changes within the different surfaces. Haven't really touched the people much besides adding to these shorts. I still want to come back to them. But overall, it's starting to get that more solid feel just from everything being painted in. But as it gets darker, my lack of good lighting means that I have to move on to something else around 5 o'clock, which is probably a good thing. I need to leave the studio this morning. Maybe by 2 I can get to painting. Yesterday I worked a little bit later too, which is not a problem. I think once I sit down and I'm focused, I don't need a ton of time. Really getting to work as soon as I decide to is the most important part. I was also feeling a little bit unclear with my direction, so I pulled out my Vermeer book and I just love some of the pieces in there. It gets me excited seeing little symbols tucked into paintings. I don't tend to work that way, but it reminds me of how much meaning can come from even little decisions. There's something satisfying about that your intent and slowness with a piece can be rewarded in that extra layer of value and personal representation. If I can't paint, I just end up talking and thinking a lot. So just some Maria thoughts. It became a surprisingly warm day, which might be the explanation for all of the ladybugs that are infesting the studio. Vacuumed up a ton and dumped them outside, and within 10 minutes these are back. This is kind of creeping me out. Part of me wants to just skip painting this afternoon because of the bugs. This is probably my last day of the week that I have to work on this, just because I'll be editing and then outside working. So I'm just going to wrap up this stage of the process by trying to get every base layer done. I've mostly done that, but I still have to block in values for the roof. A little detail here in the corner and the shirt. That seems like a good milestone to hit before the weekend. Now that I've had the new workbench in here for the last week or so, I can give my little review. It is amazing. It is the perfect height for me to stand while I work. I don't like having to sit all day. The access to my paints and stuff that I use frequently is perfect. I did have my paints hanging before, which I think works fine, but I do like the cleanliness, things being tucked away. There's also enough space to keep supplies in one layer, otherwise stuff doesn't get used and it becomes a mess. Okay, time to get to work. happy with how this is looking and leave that for the time being. Did a few touch-ups in here so that everything is mostly accurate in values for the next stage. I couldn't get this as bright and warm as I wanted, but I think it's okay for now. Little knob here. It's a nice detail. I do like that. Next, I'm going to work on filling in the roof area, and for this week I'll be in a good position.